Alright, so welcome once again to beautiful Pennsylvania. And once again, I'm in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We are currently in a Bald Eagle State Forest here in Center County, Pennsylvania. There's my girl. I was going to be heading home right now. I just got done filming a bunch of videos. We just did the two little tunnels, the Poe Patty and the Coburn Tunnel, but it's not quite 4:30 yet, so I still have time. It's not going to get dark just yet, so these several other places are not too far out my way home, so I was like, you know what, let's do it. But this first place, well, they're both called natural areas here within the state forest. They're both supposed to be sections of old growth forest, areas that have never been logged. And this one is called Bear Run. And I'm assuming I'm at the right place. It's at the junction of, it's just south of Woodward, Pennsylvania, here in Center County. At the junction with Woodward Gap Road and Bear Run Road, which is where we are. There was just one little pull off here, but there's no sign for it saying that this is the natural area, which they usually have a sign somewhere for that. But I am seeing some old growthy looking trees around here, so I think I'm in the correct area. So we're gonna walk around here a little bit. I may combine this video with the next place, the Joyce Kilmer natural area, which I'm pretty sure does have a trail to get around it. So, all right, this place looks pretty cool. So we'll spend a little bit of time here and then go to the next place. Yeah, so here's our road markings. We just came down to Woodward Gap Road. I guess it changes names here to Cherry Run Road. That down there's where we came from, and right there's Bear Run Road. So direction set at the junction of these two. Like I said, I'm seeing some nice sized trees in there, but I might just meander around a little bit. There's a pull off right up here. So, all right, yeah, like even that tree right there looks old growthy. Well, this has to be the location. There are some gnarly looking trees, but I just was looking around for some signage. There's another monster. Well, as far as Pennsylvania standards go, if you're out in California, obviously these are not monsters. Yeah. All right, well, let's get down in there. Get up and close to some of these Pennsylvania giants. Like even this one right here, sometimes they don't have to be huge, super huge. Like this is a tulip poplar tree. You don't see them getting, I mean, they get bigger than this sometimes, but this one's old because you can tell by the bark. I mean, here's me standing next to it. It's obviously not a super giant, but well, it's pretty big there once you get pretty close to me there. But the bark, see how gnarly looking the bark is? Tulip poplars don't usually get quite this ridgy with their bark. It just shows how old it is. Just pulled a piece of it off. So these are some old trees. This is pretty cool. Over here is a fallen giant. That's a nice sized tree. But it has little trees growing on top of it. That's what happens with these big guys. They decay and become, nutrients for new life. This is not a huge area of old growth forest. I forget how many acres it was. Yeah, but it has a feel to it. There's another gnarly tree. It looks like it's got some fungus growing out the top of it up there. He's probably dying. This is a hemlock tree. That looks like that. I'm not sure what kind of mushroom that is, but not a good sign when you have mushrooms growing on you and you're still alive. It's usually a sign that the end is coming for you. Now, not every tree in an old growth forest is a big tree. One of the cool things about an old growth forest is that there's trees of all different kinds of sizes. You can find really old ones and young ones. And a lot of our forests here in Pennsylvania, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, all our forests were logged out almost completely. And everything that grew back was roughly the same age. So most Pennsylvania forests you walk into, there's everything, the trees, some trees are taller than others and thicker than others, but there's a name for that. It slipped my head, where the trees are all roughly an even aged stand. Whereas in the old growth forest, you have a much more variety of tree sizes and stuff, because it's never been logged, so you have that, what's the word I'm looking for? That variety of ages and sizes. It's beautiful in here though. Oh, there's a monster down there. Let's go down there. And once again, I know if you're out west, old growth forests, like I said, you have real monster trees, which I hope to see someday, but I'll take these for now. Yeah, that fella right there is a big guy. Like even right here, here's a birch tree. It's a pretty gnarly looking birch tree. That's probably a sweet birch or black birch. Yeah, that's a nice sized tree right there. It goes way up. I'll try to set the camera down somewhere so you can get some scale of him. I love big trees. All right. And over here's another fallen giant. It's also a hemlock tree, but it's covered in, it's got some mushrooms on it. These are those hemlock varnish cap mushrooms. Of course, they're very large and kind of overspent. I've shown them a lot this year. A lot of times they have a little bit of a white edge. They're edible when they're younger, but these are too far gone. Yeah, this tree, we've been having a lot of trouble in Pennsylvania with that woolly adelgid beetle that's been killing a lot of the hemlocks, including these giants. Of course, the hemlock is the state tree as well, so it's a shame to see so many forest giants succumb to that. Yeah, there's our buddy again. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, a lot of our giant hemlocks have been killed by that beetle. I think not too long ago I was in Tuscarora State Forest, and I stopped at the hemlock's natural area earlier this summer, and I filmed that location several years ago. That's another old growth forest area that did, well, it did have lots of large hemlock trees, and when I was there, most of them were dead. There was like a few that were still alive, and it's kind of a shame to see those big giants, but just as dead snags. But yeah, most of these here seem to be doing all right. And as I was heading back up to the Jeep, I spied some mushrooms up there, so let's go check it out. Growing at the base of that one tree up there. We got to see what these are. That's the other cool thing about old growth forests. They have so much diversity of plant and animal life, so much more than our other forests do, because they've been allowed to remain as they are. Well, here's some more growing here in the moss. Those aren't quite as interesting though as these up here. Wow, they just stick out. Wow, I'm not sure if I've ever seen ones like this before. Are these? Oh, those are slimy. They don't have gills. Interesting. So I'm trying to think what those are. I mean, this is another hemlock tree, but I'm going to pan upwards. This one is dying. You can probably see there's a lot more dead branches up there than living ones on this particular tree. Whoa. So, those almost look like, let's get back down to them here, pan slowly. Those almost look like chicken mushrooms. I showed you some of those just recently in a video, the sulfur chickens. But I think there's sulfur chickens and white chickens, but I seem to remember another type of chicken mushroom that also grew on like hemlock trees or softwood trees, but I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that. But cool to see those here. So this spot is interesting, but I think I'm going to hop back in the Jeep and head to the next location, the Joyce Kilmer natural area where there is, I'm pretty sure there is a trail from what I saw online. And I think that's a little bit bigger than this one. I'm not quite sure. This was not a huge natural area because it doesn't extend on either side of the road. I mean, well, the large trees don't. I know I did drive down this road a little ways and I didn't really see a whole lot old growth forest. So let's get back. I'm gonna hop back in Naomi and let's get to the next location. I think we still have time to film there as well. All right, so we're now headed to the next location, the Joyce Kilmer natural area. And we'll be crossing over into Union County at some point. I'm looking for Patty Mountain Road, which should be on our left, somewhere up here. Hoping there's some better signage for this area as well. And here we go, Patty Mountain Road. So up here somewhere should be where we need to be, hopefully. It's always an adventure on these old back forest roads sometimes. This road's starting to get a little rougher. Not quite as bad as the one I was on earlier today. That one was insane. Yeah, once again, just turning into quite an adventure just to get to the next place. I believe we're at the right spot here. It does say the Joyce Kilmer Trail. This is what I saw online. I don't see a sign that says Joyce Kilmer Natural Area, but the other one didn't have a sign, so I'm assuming maybe this one doesn't either. That's the way we got to go to get out of here. These roads are nuts up here. So Naomi is holding up though. Just came from back that way. So I'm not sure. I have no idea how long this trail is really. Of course, Bear Run Road is where we were earlier. But it is 5 o'clock. I don't want to be up here too long. I don't want to be up on these mountain roads when it gets anywhere close to being dark out here. Actually, this trail, we're not too far from the end of this mountain though, so that's good though. But anyway, let's go check this out a little bit, see what's down this way. Into the forest we go. Does not look like a heavily trafficked trail though. The forest's getting a little dark in here as evening approaches. I'm not sure if we're in. This doesn't feel real old growthy yet. I think reading about this, they said some of the larger trees are down a little bit further on the slopes. Yeah, so down in there I'm starting to see the large trees. They may not, once again, they may not look terribly large on camera, but that's where they are down there. But this trail just keeps going down, down, down. May not be easy to tell on camera, but we gotta go way back up to get to the Jeep there. I'm not really sure how far I want to go down this mountain anymore, with how late it's getting and everything. As I keep going down. Alright. I'm going to go down a little bit more. See what happens since I'm here. Yeah, not too many people come down this way because even the trail is all overgrown here. Doesn't get much use. Oops, lots of rocks too. Yeah, this is the old growth part. These are some nice sized hemlock trees here. Yeah, this is the old growth section. All right. Well, I don't think I'm going to go much further down. If I had more time, maybe I would explore the area more. I feel like I keep being drawn down further though. Maybe there's some spirit of the forest drawing me down further and further. Yeah, so I think I am going to head back up, although it keeps enticing me to go further down. It's kind of like in was it the Lord of the Rings, when the hobbits were fleeing the Shire and they went into the old forest, and the old man Willow kept drawing them deeper and deeper into the old forest. That's what I feel like. Kind of looks like an interesting spot down there, but the farther I go down, the more I gotta go back up. It is after 5 already. It's probably like 5:30. It gets darker earlier these days. Not quite at 5:30, but like I said, I want to be off this mountain before it gets dark, driving wise. Right, and I keep going down further. All right, let's turn around and head back up before I keep going down. Yeah, it's quite a hike to get back up out of here. Went down a little bit further than I planned. Well, we made it up the big hill. Jeep should be up here somewhere. All right, one back at the parking spot. I'm gonna continue filming as I drive on. I want to see if there's maybe, I've never been up here before, so maybe there's another section down the road that's easy to access, or maybe there's some big trees to see. I don't know. I'll at least film until I get off this mountain, down onto pavement maybe. All right, let's get going. And our bumpy road just continues. Oh. So here's a really bad section. All these rocks. All right. Oh. All right, I'm gonna turn you off. This is pretty jouncy. So this road is insane. It might be worse than the one I was on earlier today. If you come to Bald Eagle State Forest, stay off of Paddy Mountain Road. This is insane. So coming down that road was absolutely insane. I mean, it was hardly even a road up there at some points. I was literally almost just sliding down on stones and stuff. Sheesh. But we made it off. We're off the mountain now. Some gated roads, but here the road suddenly gets kind of nice again. This will take me back to pavement. So I will end this video here. The Jeep looks all right. I don't know, we'll see how she is. She might need a new alignment after that. Sheesh. Yeah, Paddy Mountain Road. The other end was better before we got to the Joyce Kilmer spot, but man, yeah, if you do have an urging to visit Joyce Kilmer, come in from the west side, not this east side. That is nuts. Absolutely insane. Alright. I think we'll be alright the rest of the way down. It's all nice gravel road now. So I'll say goodbye here. Not sure if it was worth it. The Bear Run area was pretty nice, but not sure about the other area. You might be able to access it from Bear Run Road down below as well. I don't know, but yeah. I don't know. Anyway, but that's the way these adventures are. It was an adventure. Definitely. I should have showed maybe more driving that road, but it was difficult. It was just so... Yeah, as you can see, when I was trying to, just bouncing all over the place. But anyway, thanks for coming along. I'm going home. My arms will probably be sore tomorrow morning. All right.